Hello, this is Walt Smith, Blue Moon Rising TV, back for another week of Walter's Glass Half Full. So without further ado, hey, let's have a look at some of those comments. First comment has got to be about the general media and Manchester City disrespecting the FA Cup. If you don't believe me, have a look at some of these back pages. Here, and here. The BBC actually were telling us that City are ruining the FA Cup. Well, I'm sure if I go around Wembley on FA Cup final day, none of the two sets of fans will be one slightly bit bothered that City put a youth team out against Chelsea in the 5th round. The FA don't do the FA Cup any favours whatsoever. Playing semi-finals at Wembley. When we played Manchester United at the semi-final, when we beat them, Alex Ferguson actually complained about the environmental footprint that all those travelling fans would cause. Moving the kick-off time of the final, so actually Northerners can't get their last train home if there's extra time and penalties. Who's running the FA Cup there? The FA actually moved Manchester City's game against Chelsea to a Sunday evening kick-off, despite the fact they knew that Manchester City were going to have to travel over 1,700 miles on the Monday. So, in theory, City will actually have done over 4,000 miles this week before they play Liverpool in the League Cup final. Every man and his dog knows that a Champions League knockout stage is always going to trump a 5th round away tie in an FA Cup. I'd say that actually by moving the game to a Sunday evening kick-off, City weren't disrespecting the FA were disrespecting City. Naughty old City for actually disrespecting the Emirates FA Cup. Who knows what it's called these days? Personally, I think the FA are doing a grand job of actually ruining the tournament themselves. Right. Ha ha ha! Full stadium, your fans didn't even turn up. Now this seems to be a very fashionable stick to beat City with just at the moment. City are actually playing games thick and fast at the moment, and fans are actually being expected to fork out money and time left, right and centre. Liverpool fans actually walked out of a game in the 77th minute recently, and quite rightly so. Football is becoming very, very expensive to watch. Just because City are seen as a bottomless pit of cash kind of club doesn't make any of the fans any richer. Over the last few weeks, City fans have been asked to fork out for a Wembley Cup final, 5th round FA Cup away fixture, a midweek trip to Anfield, Kiev at home, and Kiev away. To get yourself to all those games, you need a very understanding boss and an even more understanding wife, a generous bank manager and a dedication beyond the cause. Plus all that time away from the family. The thing that gets me is Premier League clubs, along with a new TV deal, could actually afford to let fans in for a tenner or so, and it'd have an unbelievably positive effect on the game. Imagine packed grounds wherever you went, working class fans, recreating an atmosphere that would be up there with the Bundesliga. Folks not actually disgruntled because they've been priced out of the game. In the famous words of Martin Luther King, I have a dream that mums and dads can actually afford to take the kids along to every game. All that extra TV money wouldn't be siphoned off by greedy agents and greedy players, but would be used to reconnect grounds to their local communities. Oh, and I can get a pie and a pint for less than a king's ransom at half time. So instead of taking a mickey, probably from behind a keyboard, all football fans believe on this issue, I feel should stand together for a common good and make these dreams, come true. Flat B. Why will Pogba want to go to Manchester? This splits into two parts for me. One, why would any player come to Manchester? And specifically, number two, why would Pogba come to Manchester? The thing is, fans from other clubs need to actually realise now that any top player worth his salt will want to work with our new manager, Pep Guardiola. Any top player will actually get paid the going rate at Manchester City, so he won't be seen driving around the northern quarter in his little moped. Any top player will actually want to improve his game, and Pep Guardiola actually comes with that reputation of actually improving those players that want to learn. Any top player actually wants to go a team capable of winning trophies, and City, with Pep, are certainly capable. Any top player will actually want to play in a league that is exposed all over the planet to raise his profile. Any top player will want to work with other top players and will want to work with top of the range facilities, which City certainly do have. And no matter what way you cut it, City will have all of the above better than any other team in the Premier. Now, I'd like to actually take a look at why would Pogba specifically want to move to Manchester. He was quoted last year as saying the following words: I love Manchester. Reports tell us that Pogba's family still live in the Manchester area. He recently added, and I'll have to paraphrase this somewhat, he said that Pep improves players and he wants to improve. He's a Juventus player at the moment, but Pep would specifically improve him. I would say to you, Flav B, Why wouldn't he want to move to Manchester? Well, that about sums up another week of Walter's Glass Half Full. So if you've got any comments that need a bit of positivity injected into them, what are you waiting for? Get tapping below. Oh, time for another.